Hi, estate planning attorney here, going over a question that we get asked often, and that is the difference between an executor and a trustee. Before we get started, my name is Ivy. I'm an estate planning attorney in Nashville, Tennessee with Graceful Aging Legal Services, and here is a list of all of the services that we provide. If you are in need of legal services or legal advice, this is not legal advice, so feel free to reach out to us. But follow us on Instagram and YouTube for more legal tips and tricks. So, titles that you may hear during estate planning, among others, are executor and trustee. So, what is the difference between the two? So, an executor is a fiduciary responsible for carrying out the terms of a will after someone has passed away. And quick note here, I want to point out that fiduciary is someone with a legal duty to act in the best interest of someone else. So a fiduciary is a very big umbrella term. A fiduciary can be so many different things. An executor is one form of a fiduciary, and a trustee is also another form of a fiduciary. So for an executor, their fiduciary obligation is to act in the best interest of the estate and its beneficiaries in administering the will. And the key word I want to point out here with an executor is will. An executor is someone named in a last will and testament, and their obligations will be listed out in that document. So a trustee is also a fiduciary, but in this case, they are someone who manages the property held within a trust, and they manage the distribution of that property. So a person is named in a trust rather than being named in a will like an executor. And they are legally obligated. Their fiduciary obligation is to act in the best interests of the trust assets and the beneficiaries. So let's break this down even more. An executor is someone named in a will. A trustee is someone named in a trust. An executor's obligations only begin after someone has passed away. With a trust, the obligations can begin and end during the grantor's lifetime, or they can continue after someone has passed, depending on what the terms of that trust are and how it's set up and what the purpose is for the trust. So an executor is responsible for executing the wishes of a decedent, so someone who's passed away, and a trustee is responsible for managing the trust property, like I said, according to the terms of the trust. Like this video, leave us a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to follow us on socials for more.